Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Feazell, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So I get to ride home with you in the afternoon. Been doing it for 20 years this month. And it's because we have the absolute best sponsors. We have the best folks who watch the show. And we also have the best guest. And we're about to talk with her in just a few minutes. We are Fox News affiliates. You can find us on television. We are syndicated, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. You can also find the podcast on thenewscasters.com. As I started talking about wonderful sponsors, we did have mypillow.com. If you will use special promo code Donna, Donna, you will get sheets of any size. It doesn't matter. If you got a king size bed, as long as they're in stock, you'll get those sheets for $20 a set. Now that's a super deal. You're saving way over $100 per set. So go ahead and check that out. MyPillow.com, special promo code Donna to get those extra special savings. You can find us on also on all the social media sites. Facebook.com/D Feazell will get you right in. You can watch anytime you want to, and all the social media sites. And that does include YouTube.com especially. Continue sending emails. I appreciate it. You're not bothering me at all. I love hearing from you. Donna@donnasedge.com. Donna@donnasedge.com. We've moved into Abbeville, South Carolina, and absolutely loving it and loving the people. And Crystal right here is one of the folks right here that I put something out on Facebook, and it was on the Abbeville page. Abbeville, South Carolina. By the way, these folks right here in South Carolina will get around you and will help promote you like nobody's business. And it's great because I love promoting Abbeville. So I've got Crystal Mincey with, is that how I pronounce your last name, Mincey?
It is.
And she's with Angel Moms right here in Abbeville. I've heard of Angel Moms. So tell us about it. What's Angel Moms all about?
Well, I created Angel Moms when my youngest daughter passed away in a car wreck in 2017. Long story short, there just wasn't anywhere to go for support. There were grief groups, but they were generalized grief. And I felt like I needed something specific to child loss. So I created Angel Moms of Abbeville for that reason. And in doing so, I found out that there were so many bereaved parents in just this community. So then eventually I took it out to surrounding communities around Abbeville.
Now, I know that it would be just every grief is bad, but especially with a child, I would imagine that it'd be really hard to cope with that. How do you cope when you lose the life of a child?
You're not given a choice. It's what you got to do. You basically learn to carry it. It's a grief that you learn to carry. You don't get over it, but you can move forward. And you just learn to carry it.
Mm-hmm. And there are different experiences, I know, for different things that go on in life right now. How has this helped you to support other parents who have lost a child?
Because I have 3 angels myself. So it helps this group helps me as much as it helps anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. My phone rings nonstop. Forgive me.
I understand. It's kind of a lifeline for me. Like I said, I had already lost a son and a daughter when my youngest passed away. And I was at the end of my rope needing some kind of support. And I just didn't know what else to do but to turn it around and make it some kind of positive. In honoring my children, and helping these other parents honor their children, not just grieve them, but honor them.
Does it also help just go back and remember the good things that happened?
Yes.
What are some of those things? What do you like to think about when it comes to your kids?
I like to think about my youngest daughter's sense of humor. It was very, I want to say warped. She had a warped sense of humor. She still does. Things will happen in my house, and I swear it's her. And I think about, trips we took and memories we've made. And I look at a lot of pictures throughout the day, and that gets me through.
That's good. When you got those great memories that are out there, and that's all part of it. I remember when I lost my grandparents, and then later on, we actually bought the farm that my grandparents lived in. And so a lot of my friends said, "Are you going to be able to live in the house that your grand?" And I said, "Are you kidding me? So many wonderful things." And things would happen. And I would ask my husband, Phil, I would say, "Now, what would Mama say about that?" What would they called her Mama? She was too young to be a grandmother. I was the first grandchild. So she was just too young, quote unquote, to be a grandmother. So we called her Mama. And she said, there are so many things that she would say. And of course, we're from the country, so we would say things a little bit different in Alabama than a lot of you folks are probably used to from being north of us as well. And she would always say this, like something odd would happen, and she would go, "They." That was just saying, and people, we grew up with her saying that. And other people would say, "What's your grandmother mean when she says that?" And I'll go, "I don't know. I think she thinks maybe it's an oddity or something. I don't know." But we just, and her cakes and her pies, she's always known for the chocolate pies. So I've always tried to perfect the chocolate pie my grandmother made. Nobody ever, get-togethers, nobody made them. Only she did. So I think I perfected it because Mother finally, I'm 65 years old, finally, 65 years, and Mother said, "You know something? I think you've given Mother competition."
Oh, my.
So are there things that your daughter used to do that maybe you picked up on and you try to go on ahead and make things happen?
Yeah, she was a big, I don't know if you remember, but years ago, there was a big movement around the country called You Are Beautiful movement, where people were taking notes and leaving them random places and bathrooms and places that said, different "You Are Beautiful" on them. She kind of helped pioneer that. And at least here in Abbeville. Mm-hmm. And so I kind of look at Angel Moms as the same thing. I'm helping to pioneer a specialized grief group for these moms so they do have somewhere to turn, and they're not grieving alone or, doing anything alone. I mean, we raise money for them if they can't pay their electric bill, or if they can't afford a tombstone, or just whatever they may need. We do that as well.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about how folks can actually help. And we've got about 3 minutes before we go into a commercial break. I told you this time would fly by. Over half the show's almost gone already. So let's talk about different ways that people in the community can help Angel Moms. And if they wanted to help one particular mom, can they do that?
Okay. We are donation only funded. We are not 501c3 yet. We are working on it, but we are not there yet. So we live totally off of donations, and whatever comes out of my pocket. And anybody can make a donation that wants to. We have a separate bank account that we use. And right now we're looking for donations for a celebration that we throw annually for the bereaved parents in the community. On Bereaved Mother's Day is when it happens this year, on May 4th. Okay. And we're looking for food donations as well as door prize donations. And of course, monetary donations are always, helpful.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Now, when you get together and how do moms actually seek you out?
They can, I've got flyers and information packets all over the place. I'm on every social media, every community page, but they can also find me on Facebook under groups is probably the easiest place to find us. And it's Angel Moms of Abbeville, South Carolina, and surrounding areas. If you put it in just like that, you'll go right to us.
That's Abbeville.
It is.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're talking about different ways that moms can get together. And again, sometimes when things happen to you, I mean, sometimes you think, well, I'm the only person this has ever happened to. But when you get with a group of people, you get with a group of people who've had the same issues you've had, it does make life a little easier, doesn't it?
That's what my moms tell me. They tell me consistently that that it is easier to be around each other because we know what each other's going through. You know exactly what each other's going through. So I think it is easier. I think it helps it makes for a good foundation for some friendships and some support systems.
Absolutely. Half the show. We got to go into a commercial break. Let's go into a commercial break so we can pay for this. Okay, Crystal? We'll be right back in just a minute. Everybody hang in there, okay? We'll be right back.
Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
I'm excited to announce our Christmas extravaganza is finally here. Get this season's flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. They won't last long, so get them while you can. Our famous My Slippers, they haven't been on sale for over a year. Regularly $119.98, now only $59.98. Our 6-piece towel sets are back in stock with extremely limited quantities, only $29.98. With hundreds of MyPillow products, there's something for everyone on your Christmas list. Bathrobes, duvets, quilts, down comforters, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save on all MyPillow products. For example, flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. Or our 6-piece towel sets, just $29.98. But that's not all. I'm extending our 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st of 2025. Plus, all orders over $75 or more ship absolutely free.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
We're back. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, Where Truth Matters. You can find us on television, syndicated on Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast on thenewscasters.com. You can also find us on all the social media sites. If it's social media, I'm doing it. So you can find us on Facebook.com/D Fiesel, my last name right down there that you can see. Continue sending emails. Had a couple that were sent in last week, and the two ladies, and they said, I don't want to bother you, Donna, but I had a suggestion for a show. You are not bothering me. Going ahead and keep sending emails. It does make my day. 20 years of it, and I'm absolutely loving every second of it. Hope to do another 20 years. Boy, will I be old, Crystal. I will be almost another 20 years. But thank you again so much for listening. And I'll let you know on updates and special things that are happening also in Abbeville, South Carolina. We're also all over the world, so we do world events as well. So you can find us, whatever you're looking for, you'll be able to find that information. I've got Crystal with me right now. She's with Angel Moms, and this is in Abbeville, South Carolina. And so glad that you reached out to me. And we're talking about the different things that can happen. Let me ask you a question. So are there days that you think, well, I think I've gained control. I think I'm okay. And then are there other days that you just don't, maybe the scent of something will remind you of your daughter? Are there just different things that can bring you down and then you go back up again?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can no longer make pancakes. It just absolutely devastates me. That was one of her favorite things that I would make for her. Mm-hmm. And for my youngest daughter, and I can't do it. There's things that remind me, I mean, they're in my memory and in my heart every second of every day. But there are things I call brick wall reminders that hit me like a brick wall throughout the day about each one of my children. That's just, it's just part of it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We were talking just a few minutes ago how folks can help you monetarily. Are there other things people can do to help, such as donations? I mean, you mentioned food for your get-together, but are there other things that you help moms with throughout the grieving process?
We do. Like I said, if there's a mom that, can't afford a funeral service, but wants one, then we try and raise the money to provide for that. If there's, say, a mom, was able to do the funeral service but couldn't afford a headstone, we would try and raise money for that. Just different things, whatever they may need in their time of need. We make sure that they've got groceries and power and anything that they would need. We just rally around them, like we all would want to be. We just treat them the way we want to be treated. And that's really all there is to it. It's just having empathy and sympathy.
Mm-hmm. Empathy and sympathy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's needed at a time of loss like that.
That's right. That's right. It's very humbling. Let me say that. It's very humbling. You're a different person after the event than you were before.
Mm-hmm. Changes the world.
It's my third time here, and I got to be honest. I did ask God why, and we were not on speaking terms for a little while. But now we are on speaking terms, and I'm an ordained minister. But so go figure. But you can't ask yourself those questions because you'll never get the answer to them.
Well, sometimes people do. They fall out of love with God. They do. And again, for a short period of time. But you've been through that process. So how could you help someone else who says, I don't want God anymore? How can you help that person?
All I can say is life is so much better with God than it is without. It's so much better if you just trust Him and walk with Him. Don't try and stay following Him and behind Him, but walk beside Him. But you have to go through it to get through it. You really do.
Mm-hmm. All of us, we're all human beings, and we all have thoughts, and we all have ways of coping. Was there ever a time you thought about coping it a different way with drugs or alcohol? Or can you help someone who's thinking about, well, I just can't take it anymore, I'm going to start doing drugs? How can you help?
Yes. There was a time when I thought that I would. My thought process was that I could get to heaven and be with my kids if I wasn't here anymore. And then I realized that's not at all what my kids would want. My kids want me to do this, have angel moms, create something positive out of the loss of them. And we're all that's left of our children to keep their memory alive. So it's important that we stay here and do that.
And again, you're helping so many other moms too, because without you starting the angel moms, where would some of the moms be going?
Well, the next closest specialized grief group for loss of children is in Simpsonville. Mm-hmm. So we're it as far as specialized goes until you get to Simpsonville. Mm-hmm. Now there's grief groups, of course, generalized grief groups that are always good to go to. I highly recommend therapy, counseling of some sort, whether it's with your minister or a licensed counselor, somebody that's on the outside and can look at things in a different perspective.
Mm-hmm. That is so true, because if you're right in it, you're not able to see the forest for the trees.
That's right. That's right.
Look in and help, because you have other family members that you're part of as well.
I'm sorry?
You have other family members that you're part of as well. And we're on earth to help folks. As a matter of fact, you never know when you've helped somebody in a grocery store. Maybe they're having a hard day and you look at them and smile and say, have a good day. You never know what you've done. You just helped somebody.
You never know what a person's going through. So you should always choose kindness. Always.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let's talk just a little bit more about Angel Moms. Is this a nationwide?
No, it's just local here.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let me ask you another question then. And this again comes to helping folks who are going through some issues. I know you're available. Just about 24/7. You got to get some kind of rest though.
I sleep about 2 hours at a time, and then I'm awake for 3 or 4 hours, and then I sleep 2 hours. So, I don't rest like I used to. I don't rest easy. But it doesn't matter because they know to call me at any time. You know, it's just like if I call them and I can't get in touch with them and they're not on the Facebook website for a couple days and I don't hear from them and I don't see them, and I try and reach out to them and I don't get any response, then I'm knocking on doors because I'm going to know that they're okay one way or another. So, you know, it's just, I'm just available. I want them to have somebody at all times.
Let's take your telephone number. We've got about 3 minutes left in this segment. What's your telephone number? How can folks get in contact with you?
Okay, it's 864-378-1154. And you can text or call, either one.
Okay, just under 3 minutes left in this segment. What message do you want to get out there to people before we go today?
That if you're grieving the loss of a child, you are not alone. And the Angel Moms of Abbeville and surrounding areas are here for you. We're here to grieve with you, to laugh with you, to cry with you, to scream with you. Whatever needs to be done, we are here to support you. Just reach out to us.
I'm glad to hear you say laugh and scream with you, because I'm pretty sure there are some days you want to laugh at something good. Some days you just want to scream.
And we do both. And we do crafts when we're at our monthly meetings. We do crafts. We have guest speakers that come. So it's not just sitting around talking about our grief.
Now, where do you guys meet?
Friendship Worship Center in Abbeville.
Okay. Is there a particular day of the month that happens?
It's the second Tuesday of every month at 6:00.
Okay. So if someone wanted to donate maybe crafts,
that'd be wonderful.
That would be great. What kind of crafts do you guys do?
Oh, for the Christmas, we made crafts for the local nursing home. Valentine's, we made each other Valentine's cards. We played Uno at our last meeting, which was a lot of fun. We did it Angel Mom style, so anybody that used a wild card had to discuss whatever subject I picked. So we talked about anxiety, we talked about anger, we talked about a couple different subjects in that while we were playing that game. So, you know, they tend to open up. Angel Moms tend to open up more if they're busy. So I try and keep them busy.
There you go. Okay, now 45 seconds left in this segment. I told you it'd fly by, girl. I told you it would. How can folks get in contact with you? Your number again. 864-378-1154. Or on Facebook under groups at Angel Moms of Abbeville, South Carolina, and surrounding areas. Now, the folks need to give you an RSVP if they're coming to a monthly meeting.
No, they do not.
That's good to hear, because I would think your mood changes. Maybe you decide you want to go when you said you weren't going to go. So I think that's
right.
Thank you, Crystal, for everything that you do. It means a lot to the community, and it means a lot to moms who've lost a child. Again,
well, thank you. I appreciate it.
And thank you, Abbeville, for welcoming us into this area. We definitely appreciate that as well. Let's go ahead and call it a day. We'll let you know when the show airs. And as a matter of fact, Crystal's going to be, as soon as we get this recording done, she's going to get out there and start sharing this show. But again, thank you so much for being with us. And thank you, Crystal, again, for everything you do.
Thank you.